What's going on, guys? It's Elias. Welcome back to the channel. As we can see, my BMW is a little bit apart because I had to take it apart in order to fix it, unfortunately, and this is no fault of the BMW at all. It is an aftermarket piece that unfortunately failed on the road and spewed out all of my coolant. So I'm making this video, so if you own a 335d or a BMW X5D, if you own a diesel engine car and you have it tuned and deleted like I do with the EGR cooler removed, this can happen to you, and I'll give you the right part number to fix that. This little tiny, it's like a $4, $5 part, basically bricked the engine. Now the engine did not overheat. I made sure that as soon as I found out that I was leaking radiator fluid, brought it back home before any warning lights came on. Thank goodness, because it did give me a warning that coolant was low, and I'm like, what the heck is that? I looked it up, and I stopped the car, I turned it off, and I saw that it was leaking fluid right from there, and it basically spews out from there. And it basically, if you don't pay attention to that, you can overheat the engine, and you don't want that. So I'm gonna go ahead and fix it for you guys. I'm gonna show you what the piece is. I'll put the link in the description of what this is, as well as the other pieces that I need to finish the install. So what are the other pieces? Well, here we go. So I ordered BMW antifreeze, and this is the correct one. I used ECS tuning. You can go to ECS tuning or FCP Euro or your favorite dealership, whatever you want, but make sure you get BMW antifreeze. I got 2 of them. I probably only need 1 of them because you do need to go ahead and mix it. It's 50-50 mix, and this is distilled water right there, 100% distilled water, and you mix that with this and you're gonna be all good to go. That's the engine cover right back there. And I only was supposed to order an oil filter, but I had to order everything else just to make sure I had all the parts I needed. As my working table back there. So just so you guys understand, I want to show you what exactly this is, because this is where the EGR cooler would normally be bolted onto. You'd see it right over here, and it would spew basically soot into the intake system. And since I didn't want that at all, I wanted to remove it. I went ahead and removed it. Actually, Castle Performance removed it. They did a great job of removing it not that long ago. And unfortunately, this little piece that goes here, it's actually a Volkswagen part as well, so you can buy it as a Volkswagen part, which I found interesting. But all it does is to stop this little pipe from actually flowing radiator fluid. As you can see, this thing is covered with radiator fluid. It is what it is, no big deal. And I'll clean some of this off after I finish the install. But first, let's show you how I install it. What I do is take this right here. I opened the clip already, so there it is right there. Just gonna get it in there. Sorry, my camera's not as stable as usual. This is supposed to be a quick fix, and but I wanted to share this with you guys in case this happens to you. And it'll only fit one way, since there's little. Maybe I should show you guys that. Now that it's nice and snug, right? Well, I guess I can't show them. Let's see if I can get it off. Man, this thing is really snug. There he goes. So you see that there's 2 little holes there. If you look at the hose, this big one lines up with the big one here. So that's how you know how you have to put it on. And then you put it on back here. Make sure I do it correctly. There we go. Ah, nice and snug again. And then the key is you push in the clip at the bottom. Make sure the clip is nice and snug so it doesn't move anywhere. And there we go. Let's see if we can get a better view of the clip. It's really difficult to see. Let me see if I can get it in here. Well, I guess you can't show you, but there's a clip down the bottom. Just make sure it's nice and snug, and it's good to go. So after that's done, I'm gonna clean it off. I'm gonna put radiator fluid and distilled water in here. We're gonna run it, and we're gonna see how she goes. So let me finish up the install here. I'll see you guys back as soon as everything is installed. We'll turn the engine on, we'll be all set. Well, the bastard would not go in. And I think I found what the problem was. So if you have a tuned and deleted 335d or X5D, be sure to check this cap and make sure that it fits very, very snugly. Because actually, I put it in and it clicked, right? It clicked a little bit, but I noticed that if you look at it from the bottom, there was just a tiny little bit where the little clip would be a little bit disengaged. And you would look at that, I'm like, man, maybe it'll be okay. It did click, so it should be okay, but guarantee you it is not okay. I had to take it off and I had to shave the crap out of this. I just had a knife and some pliers, and I just, you know, see these edges right here? I had to basically deburr this piece so that it would fit against this. This was causing the issue right there. It would not allow this to sit fully in, and you'll trust me, you'll hear it. You don't have to remove the clip and put it in. You can leave the clip into this and just push it in. When you push it in, you hear a very loud and very good sounding click when it clicks in. Otherwise, a little soft click would not do it enough. And the way you check it is you look under here. Let's see if I can show you. It's very difficult to show you with the phone. There it is. So that would be a little bit higher. You see the little clip right there? It would be a little bit off. It would be like a little bit higher, like open. Even if you hear a click, that's when you know you gotta take it back off and shave a little piece like I did. Now, I'm not sure if all 335Ds have this problem, but I did wanted to show you guys because that caused me quite a headache for about 10 minutes. So as you guys saw there in the test drive, I went and took it out for a test drive after I put it all together, and it drives perfectly. I also took the chance to change the air filter. Very important you do that every, I don't know, 50,000 miles or so. The car has so much more power now that I changed the air filter, but we're not here to talk about that. We're here to talk about the coolant. So I made sure the coolant was doing well. I basically what I did, I opened it, I let it run for a while so any gases that were in the system escaped. It didn't take that much coolant or water, surprisingly, so I just basically topped it off according to the instructions, and then I let it run for a while more just to make sure all the coolant went through it, and we're all set to go. So the car is once again ready and able for daily duties. Excuse the filthiness, this is a daily commuter with 140,000 miles. I expect to put another 140,000 miles within the next, I don't know, 2 or 3 years or so. And I know this car is up to the task. Next up, we'll go ahead and change the oil and filter. I already ordered that and are ready to go. And I think we're all set, guys. Well, thanks for watching, guys. I appreciate it. If you haven't yet, make sure you go ahead and subscribe. A shocking 95% of you guys that watch the videos don't subscribe to the channel, so I'd really appreciate it if you do. I'll catch you next time. Peace.